Hey guys, we are live. I'm Jeff with eBay Addicts, and today I have a returning guest with me. I got my brother on the show, JT Automation. What's up, bro?
What's up, man? Thank you for having me on the show again, man. It's an honor.
Hey man, I appreciate you, JT. Man, I'll tell you a quick story, man. You know, the other day I got up out of bed and I pulled a muscle in my right leg, and I couldn't put no weight on my leg, bro, like none at all. And so the first person I thought I wanted to talk to was JT Hustles. I'm like, man, if JT had this problem, he would have still had cash flow coming in, whether he got up and went to work that day or not. So I'm
Yes,
like,
sir.
it's the first person that I wanted to reach out to and talk to is JT Automation. So real quickly, in case for whatever reason people don't know who you are, tell everybody who you are, where you're from, and tell them what it is that you do, bro.
All right. So for everybody that don't know who I am, I'm a social media influencer. I go by the name of JT Automations on YouTube, JT Hustles on Instagram. I'm all about serial entrepreneurship. So I strive to have different options on my platforms to teach people different ways they can make money as a side hustle, start a business, do some investing, just anything that can better their personal economy, and then later create generational wealth for the people they care about that's going to be here after they're gone. I'm originally from a small little country town in South Carolina, but now I own property back and forth. So I just claim the Carolinas as my home since I own real estate in both areas now.
Right. So JT's taking over the Carolinas, right? That's
Yeah,
cool.
slowly but surely. Yep.
Right. And me and JT, we wearing the matching black shirts today.
Oh
So
yeah, yeah.
that's not a joke.
Yeah.
So JT, man, so we're gonna try to shoot a series of 3 videos for you guys. So this week we're gonna drop a series of 3 videos. So the first video that we're talking about today is gonna be all about Instagram. The second video we're gonna talk about YouTube, and the third video we're gonna talk about what you need to do to become a published author. All right. So first, let's kick it off, JT, me and you, bro. Tell the people about what it's like to grow an Instagram page, because I was watching your video on your YouTube channel the other day, and you just briefly mentioned to the people how much you make in a month on Instagram. Go ahead.
Oh yeah. I would say at a bare minimum, my Instagram account makes at least $200 net profit a day. Now, again, that's the minimum. We had some $2,000 days, some $1,000 days, but we make at least $200 a day profit, pretty much on autopilot times 30 days a month just off of the Instagram account. And that is a combination from being monetized on Instagram. So we have a few subscribers on the Instagram account. We have people that can do badges, but we also are in the Reels Play program where we get paid just for people watching our reels. And of course, I utilize the link in my bio that gives people access to affiliate links, programs, any other resources we think will be valuable to them. So yeah, we easily do at least $200 a day at a bare minimum, and we working on at least doubling that by the end of the year.
Man, okay, guys, you could do the math. Okay, so $100 a day times 30 days in a month. That
It's
would
at
be
least $6,000 a month.
that would be $3,000 a month. So JT's telling you he's making $6,000 a month from his Instagram account. And so I reached out to JT. I'm like, bro, there's something wrong. My Instagram account is broke, bro, because my Instagram account's making zero. I only got like maybe 5,000 followers on Instagram. And JT, you got like 100,000 followers on Instagram, right?
Yeah, we had like 119 today. Yep, slowly grinding it out, gonna keep going. So I would tell everybody that when it comes to social media, to make it easy for yourself, because I got a South Carolina education, we got to dumb it down and make it easy so we can do it. Is that I asked myself, what does the platform want? So all of these social media platforms makes a ton of money just off of ad revenue. So they want people to stay on the platform as long as possible, so that way they can show them as many ads as possible. And if you help them keep people on the platform longer, then they'll share some of that ad revenue with you. So that's just by creating a lot of posts on those platforms. So there's sites out there like Buffer and a whole lot of other ones out there that you can schedule your post if you're busy and working a 9-to-5 job, or if you just want to do how I used to do back in the day is I would do some in the morning and then some around lunch and then some after work, back when I was primarily doing my courier stuff. But recently, I tell people all the time, so that this is evergreen information, no matter when you're watching this video, always find out what's the latest feature that Instagram added to its platform. So as of this recording, not to date it though, was remixes. So I started doing remixes, and remixes took me from 69,000 followers to like 113,000 followers in 20 days. So just shy of 3 weeks. And then I said, man, Like, I don't know what's going on. Did I get lucky? So I told all my friends about it. And I got a friend of mine that we went to high school together. He graduated a little bit before me, named Travis. His handle is Travis_GWV. I said, hey, Trav, try this. And now Travis today is at 120,000. He was at around 7,000 followers when I told him to play. So
Right.
it does work. So what we did was we did remixes, and then we framed those remixes. I did 10 to 15 a day. Trav did 4 to 6 a day. It worked both ways. What Trav did differently than me, which is why he passed me now, is that Trav did remixes and tied them down to a singular niche. So he's a 6-figure Amazon seller, has been doing that for over a decade. So shout out to him if he sees this video. But he tied all his reels back to making money on Amazon, affiliate marketing, things in that same realm. Once I figured out that this works, I was remixing everything. Kirk Franklin, Michael Jackson, entrepreneurship. Like, I'm going to just remix everything as long as it works. So I will tell people, though, if you have a small account, don't just go dump 4, 6, 10, 15 remixes back to back, because you can get shadow banned. So they might think that you're a bot, or you're using some kind of tech that's against their terms of service. So if you're somebody that posts once a month on Instagram, if you go to 10 a day, of course, they're going to restrict your account. So I would say just slowly start doing more and more posts. So start doing, 2 posts in the morning, 1 post during lunch, maybe 2 more after work. And then over time, right, the algorithm is going to understand that, okay, now JT is more active on this platform, and you can scale up. And that way you can avoid being shadow banned, as they call it. But basically, it's when they try to restrict your account just to make sure that it's fair, right? So they don't – go ahead.
Go ahead, JT. I just got to give a shout out to the people in the chat, because I don't want to think that I'm ignoring them. So I got to give a quick shout out here to my buddy BK from the Rockies. It's a buddy here, and I got to give a shout out to my man Felix from Giant Lifestyle. If you guys are not following Felix's channel, go by and subscribe and show him some support, man. He says great content. I appreciate the $50, man, for the super chat, bro. You didn't have to send us any money, but we appreciate you guys for being here. And if you have questions for our guests, drop it in the chat, and we'll answer your questions at the end. I just didn't want you guys to think I'm ignoring you. I want to give a quick shout out here to Guan Pug. He says, what's up, Jeff and JT? I actually started following JT about 2 years ago, and started following Jeff because he covered one of his videos about being an independent courier. God bless both of you. And I wanted to give a quick shout out here to Casey, the Carolina thrifter. He says, popping in, Jeff, showing my support to you all. Hope you all are good. If you have any questions, go ahead and drop it in the chat. But what I was about to say, JT, is if you guys do the math, okay, if what JT is telling you guys is the truth, okay, $100 a day times 365 days out of a year, that's $36K. So if you multiply that, if what he's telling you is the truth, and he just said he's making $200 a day on average on Instagram, that's $70,000 a year. There's people that went to college for 4 years with a bachelor's degree, people that have master's degree that are struggling to make 50 grand a year. And he's telling you that he's making over 70 grand a year just off of his Instagram account. Well, off one Instagram account. He has multiple different Instagram accounts, but just that one Instagram account got monetized, making 70K. And just for full transparency, I did see Travis yesterday, and he showed me his Instagram account. And in 2 weeks, bro, he made over $1,000 in 2 weeks. And he said, hey, all I did is I went ahead and bought this Instarax course that JT had, ran the playbook exactly like he did what he told me to do. And boom, he's like, here, 2 weeks, I made $1,000 in 2 weeks just off Instagram alone. Because I was just at his YouTube channel yesterday, and he was showing everybody step by step what he was doing. He's like, I just follow this playbook, and this is the results that I'm getting. Go ahead, JT. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
Oh, no, it's all good, man. So that's what I tell people to do. Now, to talk about the money a little bit more, because I tell people all the time that, we all adults here. So just having a bunch of followers on social media doesn't do us a lot of good, because we can't go to the light bill company and say, look at how many followers I got, cover the lights this month. So I tell people what gives me the best margins is having your own products or services. If you're somebody that's not confident enough that you can create an ebook, a course, do consultations or anything like that, then you can become an affiliate marketer. For those that may not know what that is basically you find somebody in your niche that has a product or service that can service your audience, and you just talk to them, and then you get a percentage of whatever it is that they're selling. So if it's $100 item and they're willing to give you 20%, you make $20 every time you sell that $100 item. So I would say that what's going to give you the best margins and make you the most money is if you create your own products or services. Also, there are sites out there like plr.me. There's actually websites that will sell you the private label rights of IP. So like, let's say that I had a platform that's all about, I don't know, sewing, but I didn't know how to make an ebook about sewing and making your own clothes. I could go to one of these private label rights websites, plr.me just being one of them. They will sell me the rights to their ebook, their training program, their whatever. I can look through it. I can add whatever 2 cents I would like to add to it. I could change the name on it and I can put it out there. And there's a lot of people that do it that way as well. So it's not about you have to be the most creative person in the world to create a digital product. If for whatever reason you don't want to go to plr.me or any other private label rights site and you feel like you're not creative, you can literally go to fiverr.com and just find somebody that can help you create a digital product. I'm biased and say digital products because digital products to me have the best margins. So yeah, if you're selling shirts, you can make a lot of money, but there's a cost associated with making and shipping out this shirt. But if you had a ebook teaching people how to make money off of shirts, then it's only going to cost you whatever the Stripe fee or the PayPal fee is to distribute that information, and they're going to get it electronically immediately. So I would definitely say, ask yourself, well, let's go in order. So the number one thing you need to have is value. All right. You can't sell nothing if you don't have nothing. And true value is something that actually helps the person that's following you. So I tell people all the time, and I'm working on a video now, far too many people get into entrepreneurship because they want to make a lot of money. And that's their only reason why they want to do it. And it's really selfish, and that's also not what business in its purest form was designed to do. So business is a service vehicle that allows you to get your value and distribute it to more people. So think about your Instagram account like that. So I know how to grow and monetize on Instagram. I know how to start an independent courier business. I know how to start a consulting company. So if I personally had to teach everybody that, I would be limited by my physical limitations of I can only be one place at one time, and I only have X amount of time in a day I can do that. But if I create digital products, these things can work for me in perpetuity, and now somebody somewhere can be learning everything that I know because I give them these products, and the value that's there is in excess of the cost. So you might get instance for $199, but like I'm telling you guys, I make on the low end $200 a day. Trav making, $500 a week, $1,000 in 2 weeks. And he's still really early in Instagram, right? He ain't really been killing it for a year yet, but he has been killing it in a short amount of time.
So JT, I know you got some knowledge that you're gonna drop, in the course, but I gotta poke you to see if you can give my audience a free game. Okay. So First thing I gotta ask you is, what is some strategy that you can give my audience to help them grow from 0 to 100,000 followers on Instagram? What do they need to do to make that happen?
All right. One, you got to identify a niche. I know that there's a lot of people that say, well, I like to fish, I like martial arts, I like fashion. And if you start making content about all three of those things, what you're going to do is you're going to confuse your audience. So certain people follow you for the fishing content. Certain people follow you for the martial arts. Certain people follow you for the fashion, right? So I say start off with one niche and grow your platform on just fishing or whatever your niche is. All right. And then what you want to do is you want to create at a bare minimum, I say 4 remixes a day. And if you're watching this and there's a new feature, whatever that new feature would be called, do that, right? The reason why remixes are great now, but I can tell you with 100% certainty that it won't always be good, is because Meta this is Meta's play. And when I say Meta, I'm talking about Facebook, Instagram, and WhatsApp, is collectively known as Meta now since they changed the name. Well, what Meta will try to do is it'll try to go buy a social media platform. If they say no, they integrate the functionality into their platforms. So you can say, okay, well, why do I need to go to Snapchat if now I can do everything on Instagram I used to do on Snapchat? So I don't know if you guys have been on Instagram long enough to remember, but there was a time that Instagram was a place for photos. That was pretty much all Instagram was, but then they wanted to buy Snapchat. Snapchat said no. So now we can go live. Now we got stories. Now we can do videos. And now the consensus is, why go to Snapchat when you can do everything on Instagram and you're already on Instagram, you're used to Instagram, they'd have been around longer. Well, They did the same thing with TikTok, which is a Chinese company. TikTok said no, they don't want to sell to Meta. So now TikTok calls it duets. So they integrated the functionality, changed the name, call it remixes, and now they're going to give you a lot of exposure. So you could do a remix, and let's say a normal reel of yours gets seen by 1,000 people. If somebody can remix your original video right now, and the remix can get 5,000, 10,000 views. They're giving you a ton of engagement because they're trying to basically make people say, instead of going to TikTok, if I could do everything on Instagram and I've been on Instagram longer, why go to TikTok? We got better monetization. We get better reach. It's the same functionality. But all of that to say is that you pick a niche, you take whatever the newest functionality is. If you're somebody that's brand new and watching this when it premieres or watching it live, do remixes related to your niche, and then you got to frame them, right? So when you do a remix, it'll look kind of like how me and Jeff are right now. It'll be you side by side with whatever you're remixing. Dope thing about those remixes is that if you select the side-by-side remix, it's going to mute the audio. So literally, I tell people, don't make it complicated. It's all facial expressions. You're going to do a remix. I'm going to sit right here. You're only going to hear Jeff's audio, which I think Jeff is over here on my screen. So
right, I'll be like this, right? Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Go ahead, yeah.
So you're going to hear all Jeff's audio, and then all I have to do is just make facial expressions, and then I can put text above, below, or in it. And the reason, and I call that framing. The reason why I frame the post is because Jeff could be talking about something that I think is cool, but it's not related to my niche. So I want to tie what he's saying to my niche. So Jeff might be singing a song and killing it, and I might frame it by saying how you feel when you catch the biggest bass you ever caught in 10 years, right? And that's relevant to my audience. Right. Watching me for fishing. And I also want you guys, so that's the remix. In the caption, I want to encourage you, especially if you have a small channel, is start including CTAs in your caption. You can do it in your framing, but I would say put it in your caption if you're starting out. CTAs are basically share this post, like this video, comment if you agree. What would you do if this happened to you, right? Something relevant to that post. Reason why is, one, it helps your engagement on the platform. Second to that, you want to start conditioning your audience to engage with you and start making decisions based off your instructions. You don't want the first time you communicate with your audience, you say, go buy my program, or give me money for this, give me money for that. So if you build that rapport, you giving them value in that niche every day, right? Weekends included. So the blueprint is easy. What will hurl people back is that the hustle is sold separately. So you can say, hey, I'm going to take notes. I know exactly what JT did. JT at 119. JT taught Trav. Trav is at 120 plus. Ain't no telling what Trav said. He going to try to run it to 1 million, right? So you know exactly what me and Trav are doing, but the hustle is sold separately. Now, once you get some traction, then yes, you can post infrequently. So now you might notice that me, Trav, or somebody else, we might not post 4, 6, 10 times a day. All right. Because the algorithm knows who to show us to, and we're still going to do pretty well with those posts. But if you're a small channel, you should definitely do that and utilize the link in your bio. You should always be selling. Again, I'm biased. Sell your own product or service, something digital, but just sell something. Go ahead.
All right. So now, JT, you got to help me out. You got to coach me up in our audience a little bit, because my Instagram is broken, bro. It pays me out $0 every month. So and if I'm somebody, right? Because so basically, like on YouTube, you have to have at least 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time. So what is the minimum requirements in order to get monetized on Instagram? Do you have to meet a certain threshold? Do you have to have 10,000 followers, or can you just do it with what you got? Kind of give us a game on how that works.
The crazy thing now is that currently, as of this recording, Instagram doesn't have any publicly posted requirements for you to get monetized so that you can get subscriptions, badges, Reels play, or whatever. So how I got monetized is just by consistently posting on the platform. And then after you make a post, you'll get a notification. Hey, would you like to join the Reels play program? Hey, would you like to join badges, or would you like to start getting subscriptions now? So I would say, if you're somebody that wants to get badges, you should do lives, right? So closing people in lives, all right. And I'm going to your Instagram. So Give me 1 second here. I don't know what that was. That wasn't your page though.
Oh, okay, I thought that was your ringtone.
No. I was pulling up your Instagram, right? So yeah, man, you don't post any reels or any remixes.
Well,
It's
that's the
just
thing, JT.
images.
You got to understand. I'm 38. I'm an old guy. I'm almost 40. So when I was
Yeah.
around, and I was a kid, and let's say 1997, 1998, there
Mhm.
was no, you know what I'm saying? There was no Facebook, there was no Instagram, there wasn't none of
Yeah.
that. So everybody's got to kind of get in their own lane and learn a little bit. So
I
tell
got
people a little bit about your course, because I just bought your course, I think yesterday or the day before, and
you.
tell them about your course you have Instaract. So if somebody has no knowledge, no experience, they're doing something wrong with their Instagram page, tell them what you offer in your course to help people go from $0 to $200 a day, or 0 followers to 100,000 followers on Instagram. Let them know what you offer in your course.
Oh yeah. So it's for the complete beginner that doesn't know anything. You can have 0 followers, you can have 1,000 followers, you can have 100,000 followers, but not be making any money. So it's going to teach you, basically what Instagram is, because lots of times people will just come to Instagram as a consumer for escapism and for entertainment. So I want you to understand Instagram as an entrepreneur. So it's going to explain Instagram to you. Then it's going to teach you how to grow on Instagram. And by growing on Instagram, think about it like you stocking your pond before you go fishing, right? If you just dig a hole, dump water in, and then throw a fishing line in, you're never going to catch anything. So you got to stock your pond before you can fish out your pond. So after we educate you on what the platform is, we talk about growing on the platform, and then we talk about monetization, because that's the order that you need to go into. One other thing that I want to touch on too, for the benefit of the people that's watching this long, because I really rock with Jeff, is if you're new to Instagram, right? And this is going to be able to help you out, whether you get the course or not, just giving you guys value. Find industry leaders or competitors in your niche. You should follow them on Instagram. You should turn on all the notifications. So hit the bell so you see when they post, what they post, when they go live, everything. And basically Russell Brunson, who invented ClickFunnels, calls it funnel hacking, right? But basically what you're doing is you're seeing people that already have more followers than you, that are already making money off of their Instagram. When do they post? What do they post? If they post reels and their reels do well, right, you're going to click those 3 dots in the top right-hand corner, hit remix this reel, and you're going to remix something that already has traction in the marketplace. So you don't even have to be original, right? Actually, there's nothing original about a remix at all. So I would say follow your industry leaders. So who is the biggest name, even if you don't even think that they're a competitor, right? So if I'm selling cars, I will follow Mercedes-Benz, BMW, Lamborghini, whatever the biggest people are in the niche. And then I will follow the local car salesmen in my area and that are doing better than me, at least on social media, and see what they post, when they post. And then I would remix their posts. I would take some of their posts and say, hey, listen, that got good engagement. Maybe I'll do an original reel of this, and I'll just do a better job explaining whatever they tried to explain right here. So that way, I tell people, most people go out of business, no matter what business it is, because you exhaust all your resources trying to figure it out. So that's how I went broke and homeless. So now, instead of trying to figure it out, we find out who's already the best at it, and then what are our competitors doing that we can do? What are they doing bad that we can improve on? And we just hack the system and do that, right? So follow your industry leaders and your competitors, and you can just remix what they post and learn how they post to get you a posting schedule. Make it easy on yourself. My goal is to build this Instagram account up to $100,000 a year, working on autopilot, and then I'm going to go on to other Instagram accounts, just building them up with the goal of making $100,000 a year per Instagram account for as long as Instagram is Instagram.
Right. So this is the thing, guys. The reason why I like this play or this strategy is because if you have a full-time job, you can do this. If you use somebody and let's say you travel a lot, like let's say you're out of the country. Let's say instead of being in Florida, let's say I'm in Vegas for a week or I go to Miami. You can still pull your phone out and drop some content on Instagram. And JT's telling you he's averaging $200 a day on his Instagram account. And so just for full disclosure, I did sign up and take the course. And so I can vouch for JT that everything in the course is legitimate. And if you're not happy, he'll give you a refund. If you get the course and it ain't what you thought it was, you ain't making no money. But if you're a guy like me and right now you're making $0 a month on your Instagram account, even if you make $500 or $1,000 a month from your Instagram account or $50 a month, if that money from Instagram pays your phone bill every month or pays a light bill every month, you're in the green. And you didn't have to spend $20,000 for a food truck or something to get started on this business. You starting out with very little to no money. All you're doing is investing in your education and then start growing your Instagram platform. And JT's out here getting it. I see him posting reels and stuff every day on his platform. So I'm going to give a quick shout out to everybody.
Update it. Oh, last thing too, I'm going to continue to update it. So let's say we wake up tomorrow and it's a new feature. I'm going to try it out, learn how it works. So it's not like a stale course. So as Instagram evolves and new features come out, I actually have like 4 or 5 new modules I'm going to be uploading to the end of the course tonight. So this is going to be a program that's going to get longer and longer as the platform changes to make sure that you always got the best information to utilize on your Instagram account.
Okay, I'm going to give a quick shout out to everybody in the chat. I'm going to give a shout out to Laura. Laura is here hanging out. I'm going to give a shout out to my buddy BK from the Rockies. He says like, share, subscribe, comment. And I want to give a shout out to the ATL Flippers. He says JT is always giving out free game. And he says, hey, JT, do you still resell?
Yeah, what are they talking about? Real estate or like on eBay?
Resell, like are you reselling stuff on eBay or Amazon or Mercari?
Oh, no. My brother Sion is doing it now. I taught him how to do it, and now he does it full time. I do it more so like a hobby, but I don't do it at the scale I used to do where I was like making a full-time income off of it no more.
All right. Okay, cool. Now, JT, tell everybody where they can follow you at on YouTube and Instagram. Like I said, we're going to drop a series of 3 videos. This is just the first one. So the second video, we're going to talk about YouTube. And the third video, we're going to talk about being a published author. So tell everybody where they can find you and follow you at on YouTube and Instagram, bro.
All right, you can follow me on YouTube at JT Automations. You can follow me on Instagram at JT Hustles with a Z. So it's HUSTLEZ. All right, it's a lot of fake accounts, but my account has over 100K followers, whether it's YouTube or Instagram. So just follow the one that has over 100K followers, and that's the real one. And I'll never DM you asking you for money. All right, but that's how you can find me. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I have all the links down below. You can follow our guest on YouTube, Instagram, and also there's a link to his course, the Instarack course. And if you're still on the fence and you don't want to go purchase it right now, go watch some of his videos on his channel. Go check out Travis's channel. He dropped a video yesterday. He said he's probably going to make $1,600 to $1,800 this month with a free platform like Instagram. So do you have any final thoughts or words of wisdom you can leave our audience with, JT?
Oh, yeah. I tell people all the time, man, like, I really want you to ask yourself, whether you take my program or not, what is it costing you not to take action? So I challenge people that when you're young, passive income sounds cool. Ah, man, I made $200 in my sleep last night. But when you get older, by the grace of God, we all live to be real old. You're not going to have the health, the strength, all of the resources you have now in the same capacity. So I'm challenging you to invest in yourself, whether that's with me or Jeff or with somebody else, so that you really can set yourself up. And I just want to be a resource for you, just like I know Jeff wants to be a resource for you. I tell people all the time, only invest in things you understand. So if you don't know who I am, never seen any of my content, right, there's no pressure to buy anything from me. But invest in yourself. And if you don't know where to start, financial literacy is always the best place to start. Nobody can ever take from you what you know, right? We know 1 + 1 = 2. It don't matter who try to tell us otherwise. We know it, so we know it. And making money is the same way. Once you know how to make money, it don't matter who try to tell you can't make money that way. You got to go get a job or you got to go do this or that. Once you know it, you know it. So I just want to encourage you all to invest in yourself.
Yeah, guys, I can teach you guys how to make money, $2,000 a week as a courier. I can teach you how to make an extra $3,000 a month as a side hustle delivering packages for Amazon Flex. I can teach you how to resell and sell stuff on eBay or Mercari. But I'm bringing JT on to give you guys a total different perspective because he's making money without even having to leave the house. He's making money on Instagram. He's making money from his YouTube channel, and he's getting paid from being a published author. So we're going to get into all that. And if nothing else, you can go ahead and follow our guest, JT Automations. You can follow him on Instagram and YouTube for free, and then kind of fill him out. Go check out his content. He has over 1,000 videos on his channel, and he puts out free content every week, dropping free game and free information to help you better your situation. So if nothing else, go ahead and follow our guest. All the links are going to be down below in the description. Until next time, you guys have a great day, and I will catch you guys in the next video. I want to thank our guests and thank everybody in the audience for hanging out with us. You guys have a great day. Bye, guys.